universe, and we are in, if you haven't guessed, Mulberry Villa. I feel like it has been a very long time since I have given an update, as because, well, there's really no good excuse. Just been busy. I mean, and for me, it takes time and inspiration when I'm creating these um, builds from scratch and whatnot. And so once I got the outside done and started on the inside, I came to a standstill. And then I started to work on my other builds in my other world that I have. And so I thought I'd come back, and I have been working on this now for a while, not, a couple of hours, and finished it. I would like to show you guys what I have done on the inside. If you've been watching, this is the outside of it. So the front, this is I guess the front. Doesn't really matter which side. I don't know. There's two doors, one in here and one in the back. But so this is down below is the tavern. I will show you this first because I think I showed the upstairs, a bit, but I did add more to it. But basically, I just put down some tables and I came up with this pattern with the lamps. I've kind of just carved out, kind of a yeah, decorative pattern. I don't know what you want to call it, but so, and then I just stuck the lights in there, and I did a different ways with the tables. Like this is just this, I guess this is the stone table. Yeah, the stone table with the stone chairs around it, and I've just got two side to side, and the same thing with over here. Now I did put a fireplace over here, kind of make it cozy like. I really like actually how it turned out. And then I just put some, shelves up here with some decorative blocks and lanterns and pots and whatnot. This game is really lacking in like decorations like this. Like in Minecraft, you can create a little bit more as far as, decorations and make it look a little bit more home-like, I guess. This game, not so much. It's a little bit harder to do, so you kind of have to use more of your imagination that way, I guess. So yeah, so that's my big, huge fireplace that I made. And then, so I put down some more tables here, put up in just a different kind of location. I didn't want to put too many, want it too crowded, I guess. And then I did end up putting in two big windows here. These were not here before the last time I gave the update, and it just seems so dark in here. And I know most medieval taverns are more dark and kind of, foreboding. I don't know, that's what comes to my mind. But I just couldn't have it. So I just decided to put some windows in and make it a little bit more open. I actually really, really like it. And then I just put a crap ton of iron tables and the stone chairs to make it one big long like banquet table here, and then the same thing over here. And then I did the same thing with the lamps as I did down there, only that I put only one lamp instead of two together in the square thing. And then these over here are more like your private, semi-private dining areas, I guess you would have. So you can have these for your friends, I suppose. I didn't put any chairs because it just seemed really, really crowded then with that. So I just left it like this. And so then over here, this is where you would come to get your drinks and your food, because there is the oven. Well, there's the oven, cooking station, and fire pit. I put this gate here for like a kind of door, but so that this was all still open. Yeah. So, and then your storage, of course, for, your like refrigerator, I guess. I don't know. I'm trying to use my imagination, guys. But anyways, I like it. So that's good. Anyway. And then this is more of a cozier kind of look. I did just the iron chairs and table, and then I put a fireplace, a smaller fireplace in here. Can't really jump up. Fireplace in here, which I really like these fire pits. Which, interesting enough, since the update, since R31, when I came in here to work on this, I was scrolling through here, and lo and behold, I have the fire pit recipe. I didn't have this before, guys. Shh, we won't say anything. I don't know why I have it. Apparently, maybe it's not, it must not be one that's, whoops, going backward. Apparently, it's a recipe that no longer is a rare, I guess, because I got it. I never had it. So there's that. I'm happy. So I don't have to have my fellow, creative Versians. That is really not a word, but make it for me. So, because I've had a couple people in the past, you know who you are, that have made them for me because they felt sorry for me because I could not find that recipe. Now I have it, guys. I have the recipe. So, anyways, moving on. This is just to down below. I think I showed this before. I have kind of made it a little bit nicer in that I've put the, stone steps here, and yeah. So that just goes eventually all the way down to the corruption level. And I love the fact that these doors just never get sold. I know I put this in my update, but they open together. Sorry, I'm easily amused. And then this is like the, where I would create all everything. You've got like your sink and you have all your storage bins and then your ovens. And yes, all of that. And then we can go upstairs via these staircases and we have the upstairs. Now, originally, I had put this area down as like a little library kind of thing, I guess. It's a relaxation. And then I was going to put this area here as like a bathroom or something, but it was weird. It was so weird. Like if I did that, I would have had to have end up coming out here and putting a wall right here. I would have had to move. It just this window would have had to have been moved or taken out, and it just looked really odd from the outside. So I just decided to scrap that and idea, and I just put down another sitting area here. I was going to put another table right here. I forgot about that, I guess. But anyways, there is that. And then it was so dark, like these, it was dark, not it was darker than over this area. So I came up with this contraption, which as you can see is just lamps on in the center of it. And at first I did start with just all having it all diamond glassed, and it was like way too much blue. Like it was way too much. It looked really, really strange. So then I added the stone to the top and the bottom, and that made it better, but this still was too much blue. So I took the center out here and just put regular of this glass. What is it? Reinforced glass. And made that. And that helped a lot. And then it's kind of cool because you can see the lamps through it. So I thought it was neat, and it added a ton more, light in here than before. And then I also came up with the chandelier. I don't know what came to me. Sometimes these things just happen. You guys, if you play this, maybe you have figured out that iron gates or any gates, iron fencing or any kind of fencing can drop down, and you can make kind of like a little grid with it, and then you can put these torches and make a little kind of like a chandelier. And I really think it looks quite cool. I like it. I like it. I think it looks pretty neat. So there's that. The only thing I wish that is these torches would hang differently. Like this bottom part, why can't you be up there? But you can't, you can rotate them, and then it looks even weirder because then you got the stone facing down. It just doesn't look right. So I just left it, and it's fine enough. I like it. It's good. Yeah, so I'm quite happy with it. And then the rest of these rooms are all just the same as I had showed before with the fireplace and chair and bed and things. I did add the lamps to all of the rooms. Interesting enough, since the last update, they did change the rotation on these lamps. You no longer have to have them against a side wall like this. You can now rotate them easily. In case you didn't know that, now you do. It's oh, I am so happy because of this. I mean, none of it was very hard to stick a block and then to put it next to the block and then remove the block or anything like that. But it's just a lot easier just to use the rotate key. I guess I don't know. Maybe it's not a lot easier. It's just more convenient. I don't know. Okay, I'm babbling. Let's move on. So then I decided to you have to have if you have all these rooms in your inn and tavern, you need to have a bath of some sort. So I put this one as a bath because that I had an extra room anyway, so now I have even amounts of rooms. And so this is the bath, and I put a fireplace, huge fireplace in here because I love fireplaces in this game. I don't know why they look so neat. I could put like a little gate or, a fencing here if I wanted to. I might a little later. I don't know. And then I just made this is the bath. And this is the blocks. I bought them from the store. They are this ornamental swirl stone wall, and it came with this one stone wall, and it came with this carved stone wall. So you got these three together, but I've only so far used this one in this world. So I thought that was kind of cool, gave it a little bit of a decorative kind of a look to it. Nothing too fancy, just some water in there and then some storage for whatever, and then a flower pot. And that is that. So that is it, my friends. This is the inn and tavern. I really like how it actually turned out. It turned out better than I had thought it was going to turn out. And as the game, develops and goes on, I'll probably change. Maybe they will add more decorations, and I will add more to this, this game, this build, build, whatever. So. Now, the only thing that I do want to do is I want to do something with this out front here. I will probably work on this over time, but probably not any time soon. I do want to do something out here. This is all my little plot of land and over here. But what I am going to be doing, and I will be showing, is this. I have decided to put down one of the new blueprints right here to go with this inn. And it is the windmill cottage. I decided to put this down. It is a pretty small, it's not the smallest blueprint, but it is, pretty small. It's only, 1,800 blocks roughly. And so yeah, it looks really cool. It's like the funny thing, the reason I decided to go with this one is because when I first started making this and I, was almost done with the outside. Well, I gotta fix this here. This has got to get fixed. Anyway, so when I first come up with this, I thought of having, like having a separate house back here, kind of the innkeeper's home, and having like a garden area out here. And I just envisioned like a windmill, windmill, and that kind of thing. And so I was going to honestly try and figure out how to do a windmill. I knew it couldn't be that hard. It might take me a little while to come up with it. But then when the R31 came out and I saw there was that windmill cottage, I first thing I thought of, oh my God, how big is this? Is it small enough to put it on my land in Mulberry Villa, to put it next to my tan. I can't talk today, people. I'm so sorry. My tavern and inn. And so I played around with it and played around with it, and sure enough, it is. And it is right here. And I'm not going to start it right this second, but it'll be with separate. I do have all the materials for it. I do, I will be putting that up today with this update. I will along with that do this build as another. So there'll be two videos coming up today from me. How exciting. Yay. Anyway, one of the things about these blueprints, okay, they have changed a bit. If you have not yet tried them, just let me warn you, they're a little bit more kind of confusing. Not too confusing. If I figured it out, anybody can figure it out basically. But let me show you what I'm talking about. So first of all, here's all of the materials that I need. Right now it says I have 3% on me, and I have 57 out of 1,866. This part is true. I guess this is 3% is true. What it means, okay, let's come here for instance, the grass. I need 488. It says I have 57. Now, before the update, the old way of doing these blueprints, this meant I had 57 in my inventory and I needed 488. So I needed it, didn't have enough. This number here does not mean what you have in your inventory anymore. This number is what you have laid down here out. And so what you have in your inventory, if you are scrolled over it, you'll see it says grass found on the surface, blah, 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 blah. And at the very bottom on this black box, and I'm pointing to my screen, like you guys can see my fingers pointing to the screen. I don't know why I'm doing that. But anyway, it says current inventory 496. So I know I have them all here in my inventory, but it is saying, here, I don't have them all down. So you just have to pay attention, okay, you have 496, you have enough. You have 136, you only need 77, you have enough. And as you lay them down, then it puts down how many you've laid down. So then your final completion is 3% or whatever percent, not final percent, whatever. So that was a little bit confused me a little bit. I confuse easily though. Another thing about this is you can no longer track your materials. Before there would have been, click this, it shows advanced options. This is how you customize. You would click on this to customize, change any of this you wanted. And then show the hints through blocks, show non-blueprints, whatever. I never use these because they make it confusing. But there's no way of tracking your materials anymore. So to get what you need, you either have to memorize everything, which I cannot, I have bad memory, or you have to write down everything that you need and how much of it and then go get it, or you have to, go like I did. I had a lot of these materials because they're very basic already. Okay, I need 488 grass. I went inside, I went inside the inn and got the grass that I need. And then I came back out and moved on. Probably in the future I would write it down. I really wish they would have kept that tracking. Maybe they'll bring it back. I don't know. Dear Playful Corp, bring back the tracking on these things, or is there? I just looked all over. Am I missing it? Where's the tracking? I don't see no tracking. There's no tracking. This is if you want to get the kit, you can pay 600 coins. I only have 100, so I'd need to get more coins in order to get this. But it didn't take me very long. Like I said, I had a lot of these things and they were easy enough to make. I didn't have to worry about it too much. So that is that. And I'm excited to get started on this windmill cottage to see how that turns out. It will be awesome. I have no doubt. If you know me, you guys, I love blueprints. I love them. I don't care how big or small they are. I will do them. I love it. So this is this is all of it of my inn. I also put these as where these fireplaces were from where you sat, whatever. I kind of made like some chimneys out of them a little bit. I don't know, give it kind of a different look, depth to it. So, yes. So for now, I think this is completed. There's only a few things that I will need to change or work on, which one of being apparently I missed this here, so I will change that. That's where that fireplace is. Oh, I was going to put a chimney here somehow, I think. So maybe I will. Anyways, that's all. And so I thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.